The NFL MVP award is usually too predictable. Peyton Manning won 5 throughout his illustrious career. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers each have 2. There haven't been many surprise candidates who stole the award. Adrian Peterson in 2012 and Cam Newton in 2015 come to mind. We're sure that it's going to be a quarterback that wins the 2016 NFL MVP, but for all we know, it could be a player who doesn't call the plays in the huddle for their team. I'm Justin Fraction, and here is our list of the 10 most likely players to win MVP. Number 10. Julio Jones. No NFL wide receiver in the past 4 years has made a name for himself like Jones. He is the life of the Atlanta Falcons offense. Jones is pretty close to setting the record for most receiving yards in the season last year, finishing with 1,871. He also set a career high with 136 receptions, while catching 8 touchdowns. The Falcons offense always relies on Jones, meaning he'll keep putting up the big stats. If he can have another phenomenal year and guide Atlanta to the playoffs, he could be the first wide receiver ever to win the award. Number 9. Adrian Peterson. He did it once, he can do it again. If there's one running back who is in prime position to really be the most valuable player to their team, it's AP. After playing just one game in 2014, he came back with revenge. 327 carries for 1,485 yards and 11 touchdowns. Now that Teddy Bridgewater is out for the 2016 season, Minnesota should once again call on their star running back to lead the offense. Minnesota is not expected to make the playoffs with their starting quarterback out, but if they do, it'll be all AP, and that could be enough to earn him MVP honors. Number 8. Russell Wilson. Wilson erased the tag of being a game manager with a spectacular second half last year with the Seattle Seahawks. He set career highs in completion percentage with 68.1, passing yards 4,024, and touchdowns with 34. In fact, he set those career highs by absolute miles. The Seahawks' Legion of Boom remains the core of the team, but there are too many stars there for voters to pick one. Wilson looks primed to build off of a great season and could lead the NFL in passing categories, which would surely buy some MVP votes. Number 7. Von Miller. If it weren't for Cam Newton in 2015, Miller would have probably won some MVP votes. Well, hey, he saved the best for last and wasn't only the Super Bowl 50 MVP, but clearly the Broncos' top player throughout the playoffs. His 5 sacks, interception, and 2 forced fumbles against both Tom Brady and Newton in the playoffs show just how great he is. Denver's defense could easily be the NFL's best in 2016, and as the team's top player, Miller could stand out most and win the award. Number 6. Drew Brees. Brees has been, in a word, consistent during his 10 years with the New Orleans Saints, tossing at least 30 touchdowns and 4,000 passing yards each year in black and gold. However, he's been deprived of MVP awards because of other great quarterbacks and the fact that his defense keeps him out of the playoffs every year. The Saints underwent plenty of changes on that side of the ball, so if they make the playoffs, it'll be thanks to the man who should be the favorite to lead the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns again. In other words, don't be shocked if the 37-year-old wins his first NFL MVP. Number 5. Andrew Luck. Before missing half of 2015 with a kidney injury, Luck had been a huge disappointment after being a popular pick by experts to win the NFL MVP. Well, his offensive line was a mess and can't get any worse. The 5th-year quarterback will surely continue to grow more and more. In 2014, his 40 touchdown passes led the NFL. With Frank Gore, T.Y. Hilton, and Dante Moncrief hanging around, there's no reason Luck can't be one of the NFL stat leaders next season. Given how porous his O-line and defense are, a strong season could make him the clear MVP. Number 4. Ben Roethlisberger. It was hard for the 2-time Super Bowl champion to stand out for the first 9 years of his NFL career when Pittsburgh was a defense-first team. But Big Ben has tossed over 4,000 yards in 2 of the last 3 seasons and still managed 3,938 in 12 games last year. No doubt he would have eclipsed the 4,000-yard plateau if he played one more game. No offense in the NFL has been as scary as Pittsburgh's in the last 2 years. This man gets better with age, setting a career high in completion percentage at 68% last year. If Pittsburgh makes the playoffs, nobody should be shocked if he wins his first NFL MVP. Number 3. J.J. Watt. 1.21 J.J. Watts? The only thing that can generate that much power is a bolt of lightning, Marty. You guys can thank Alex, the writer, for that line. Back to the future jokes aside, Watt is the most dominant defensive player since Lawrence Taylor, who happens to be the last defensive player to win the MVP award back in 1986. In 80 career games, Watt's already posted 74.5 sacks. And keep in mind, he often faces double teams. He had 17.5 sacks in 2015 and put up 20.5 in 2014. His efforts have guided the Houston Texans to consecutive 9-7 seasons. Houston's offense isn't what you'd call impressive, so it's easy for him to stand out most. Getting Houston to the playoffs will surely warrant him some MVP votes. Number 2, Cam Newton. Newton won the MVP with ease in 2015. He set a career high with 35 touchdowns last year while tossing 3,837 yards and rushing for 636 yards, including a ridiculous 10 rushing touchdowns as well. His efforts gave Carolina a 15-1 record and a trip to Super Bowl 50 before the Broncos manhandled him. Super Cam could easily top his number with the return of 2014 star Kelvin Benjamin, who missed all of 2015. Newton won it last year. Why can't he win again? And number 1, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron is on a mission to win his 3rd MVP. 2015 was an off year for the NFL's best quarterback. His favorite receiver, Jordy Nelson, missed the entire season after tearing his ACL in preseason. Star running back Eddie Lacy was really out of shape and barely contributed in the ground game. Well, Nelson is back. Lacy dropped significant weight, and the team added underrated tight end Jared Cook. Rodgers ran away with the 2014 MVP and has his weapons back to go on another tear in the NFL. Get ready for another Lambeau leap, Green Bay. Who do you think wins the 2016 NFL MVP? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.